Okay, audience. Oh crap. Anyway, okay everyone, we're back, and I did some tweaking to the graphics, and we should be getting a steady 60 frames per second. Oh crap, it crashed. Why, Colton, why?
Maybe just settle for 30 frames per second?
It's a shooter. You can't go with 30 frames per second with a shooter.
Well, I don't think the YouTube player can support really 60 frames per second anyways.
Fine, I'll settle for 30 frames per second. Okay, this is me trying to record for the 4th or 5th time. Was it the 4th or the 5th time?
I think it's the 4th.
Okay. For the 4th time. Hey, look! Stuff I can't pick up. Okay, I learned how to lean. I was trying to pick up that stuff, but I learned how to lean! That bottle looks weird.
EQ?
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, let's move my chair close and get all comfy. Oh my gosh, it's an oil lamp. Someone beat the game. And I just lost the game. Crap. I think the sensitivity isn't high enough, but I'm like scared to pause it because last time I paused it, the game crashed. Should I try to pause it, Colton? How do I get down? Up. Der. Woo! Yo, what's up, dude? You talk to me.
I'm glad to see you, young man. You look considerably better.
So, what is the zone?
Young man, if only I had the answer to that question. We are studying the zone meticulously in hopes of finding it. The zone appeared as a result of the actions, let's call them misguided human actions, and we are unable to return to the status quo. The zone cannot be destroyed, nor will it disappear of its own accord. We, Clear Sky, believe that there is only one way to reconcile man with the zone. Coexistence.
Why is the zone having the shakes? Know anything about
How
that?
can I best explain? Let's put it like this.
No
Any
idea.
complicated system
talking
in
to the
nature,
guy.
and that includes the zone, automatically seeks equilibrium in the absence of destabilizing external factors. That was the case here in recent years. The zone was stable and there were no significant deviations from the norm. And now we've seen a gigantic emission that has changed the face of the zone. The system became unstable, distorted, a glitch of sorts. The zone is spewing out emission after emission and pumping itself full of energy with each one, so much so that the readings on my sensors oscillate with unbelievable speed. And unless we find a way of reversing this trend, the result will be a disaster of far greater proportions than the 1986 catastrophe.
You said readings on my sensors.
The most important lesson
What are
in
they
all
reading?
this is that this glitch is not a product of natural causes. This is human handiwork.
I wish I knew whose it is.
And that's what we are attempting to find out.
Man, I'm hilarious.
Perhaps knowing who disrupted the zone's equilibrium will give us a chance to prevent a disaster.
Oh, this sucks.
Is it really within man's power?
Since man caused this mess in the first place, man may well be the only one able to set it right. In any event, I very much hope that is the case.
In what way exactly? What is the point of the rescue plan?
I fear that question is not one I can answer. I suggest you address it to Lebedev.
I've seen all types of folks in the zone. Some come here chasing their dreams, some come in search of zone's wonders, and some are just looking for loot. Why does Clear Sky study the zone?
People are mistaken in their belief that they understand the essence of what the zone truly is. Some consider it to be a universal evil, others a wonder sent down to humanity, and others still consider it no more than a source of riches. They are all wrong.
This guy keeps cracking his neck while he's talking. He's annoying.
Viewed through the prism of human perception. Moreover, it is far too early.
Maybe you should crack his neck for him.
Yeah, I know.
Make sure that he doesn't do it again.
Seriously, that's a good idea.
Misguided. And I fear that the potential consequences may be, or indeed are, completely unpredictable.
I'm beginning to wonder if this guy could possibly loosen his neck anymore. His head's gonna pop off if he keeps twisting it like
that. My
that.
answers will be of help to us all.
Yeah, your answers were, but your neck wasn't. Anyway. What the heck is that? They just randomly stick little satellite dishes in their rooms that point to the floor. Wow, look at that texture.
Hey, those are important.
What are they, floor detectors?
Yeah.
They detect that the floor is there?
No, they detect for cockroaches in the floor.
Fresh air.
I like the music. Oh man, I could sit here all day. What's that say? S.T.A.L.K.E.R? It's some kind of soda? I don't know.
I see you. Hello, man.
Whatever.
You became quite a legend while you were out of it. Even you wouldn't believe some of the rumors I've heard. Anyways, here's a drink on the house for a lucky son of a gun. It should help you relax and tell me about your adventures, because I'm just dying of curiosity.
Not much to tell. I was leading a group of scientists through swamps, and when an emission hit, I remember nothing after that. I regained my consciousness here, so now you tell me what happened. Because I don't know.
Well then, you drink and I'll tell you about this place. It used to be pretty quiet here. We had the paths worked out, the right places explored, and the approach covered. Of course, the swamps ain't exactly spring break material, but it wasn't too bad either. Yeah, it wasn't too bad until the last emission, the biggest we've ever seen. These days our boys pray both to God and the devil before going out of the base. Because getting back alive is a miracle in its own right. But we're managing to hold it together, because our guys ain't here for loot. They're fighting for a cause.
How did you end up here?
I was collecting bottles one after another, and they led me here. I'm kidding, man. Truth is, there was no place for me in that other world. They didn't want me. In the end, I came here. First to the zone, and then to Clear-Sky. The guys here are alright, and I'm needed here. They come back here after a mission, I pour them a drink, tell a few dirty jokes, and my job is done. Simple, but effective. By the way, they call me Cole.
Grr, this is the worst thing about Mountain Blade. You have to follow 4 generals around.
Yeah, okay. What about this place? Could you give me a clue as to where we are?
In our base. As you can see, it's a small, sinking farmstead in the middle of romantic, endless swamps. I couldn't tell you where it is exactly, but it's the last place in the zone where you can meet real people. Guys who won't screw you, stab you in the back or let you bleed to death to save a med kit.
I'm no stranger to the zone, yet I've never heard about Clear-Sky. How do things work here?
You know why you've never heard of it? Because too many people want to know about it, and the fewer that do, the better. Lebedev is our leader,
die and then fight it in the sky.
I can't hear you, Colton. You're
the
talking
glue
too
that holds
quiet.
our whole group together. Then there's Binpolev. Professor
Sorry,
Binpolev.
I said,
He's like a
okay, you
walking
take Clear Die and a fight in the sky.
in one.
There you go.
Knows more
That's how
about
the Clear Sky works.
Anyway, our technician's called Gray. He can make you a rifle out of an empty can with ammo to boot. He could use some spares, but apart from that. And finally, we have Suslov. He's a trader, but he ain't like the others of his trade. He won't try to rip you off or screw you.
Cole,
He knows what
leave the
stalkers
merc
go
alone
through
with
to
your
get their
dirty
loot,
jokes.
and he
I
respects
need to
that.
see him.
Well, brother, if Lebedev says he needs to see you, that ain't up for a discussion. Go on. I'll catch you later.
Okay, so where am I supposed to go? This way? I think I'm I'm supposed to go this way. Over to the red circle. To the red circle! Around the blue circle. Around... Oh, it's below me. Okay. It's on the first floor. Yo, what's up? You, talk to me. You're not the guy I'm supposed to talk to. Dude, I haven't slept for 3 days. What was it for? Let me catch some Z's, right? Everyone in this game talks funny.
Got some fresh air? You look better, that's for sure. Let me fill you in on this situation. You're in the Clear Sky base. Don't try to remember who we are. You've never heard of us, and there's a very good reason for that. Our mission is to research the zone. We believe that the zone must be studied and understood so that humanity knows what it is facing here. Understanding is the key to coexisting with the zone. Because if you think about it, the zone is the most wondrous phenomenon humanity has been confronted with in its entire history.
Why are you hiding?
As I said, we are researchers. We are trying to figure out the nature of the zone, determine the reasons which caused it to appear, and formulate the rules that govern its existence. We are not consumed by a quest for money. We don't seek fields of artifacts, and we're not interested in turf wars with other factions. That is why we're hiding here in the swamps and concentrating on our research. Our forte is not combat, but knowledge. Knowledge of the zone, accumulated over years of research. We know more about it than S.T.A.L.K.E.R and the government combined. And our research was finally shaping up into a sound, coherent picture until the massive emission a few days ago.
What was so peculiar about it? We've had emissions before.
No, that emission was incredibly powerful. It was on a level of its own. It was like a hurricane that swept the whole zone, changing it. Everything is different. The well-known and relatively safe areas have become highly radioactive and full of anomalies. But now, you can access parts of the zone that have been unreachable for years. Even the most hardened stalkers don't know what awaits them on their favorite path. The other thing that changed is people, and that became evident right away. The emission destroyed the fragile balance between factions, and they're now warring for territory. In other words, many strange things have happened, and I don't yet fully understand the scale of these changes. It's only been a few days since the emission. If you ask me, the strangest thing of all is that you managed to survive.
If I knew how I survived, I would tell you in a second, but I don't remember anything.
I see.
Oh, I thought it
How
like
can I help you?
I'd better leave. I'm pretty beat up, but I can still walk around and hold a gun. How do I get out of here?
Getting out of here isn't easy, not by a long shot. The swamps are a real maze of reeds and radioactive quicksand, swarming with terrible monsters and human scum. And I don't know which is worse. Only a guide can lead you safely out of here. We only have a handful of them. Guys I would trust with my life without a second thought. Unfortunately,